Okay, I'm so excited to start this, you guys. This is our first interview with 7 Degrees, and kind of what we want to do as a mission with 7 Degrees is to teach you, teach you about life, really. Is that the way to say it? So 7 Degrees, you guys, if you don't know, is all about 7 degrees of separation and getting to know your neighbor. So you're like 7 degrees from anyone or everything you want to do in life. And so I feel like it's really important to get outside of yourself, talk to your neighbor, learn who your community is. So with today being National Kindness Day, I am interviewing my friend Lindsay, and you guys, we met earlier this year, and I am so excited that she is part of my life because she just brings so much joy every time I see her. And I will probably start crying because that's how
No
I am.
crying.
I talk with my emotions a lot. So with 7 Degrees, you guys, we want to, our mission is to celebrate life in comfort and color. And so part of that is learning to navigate life, right? Life is kind of crazy. So with it being National Kindness Day, we are going to start with Lindsay, and I'm just going to have you introduce. So introduce your company, tell the world how great you are, and no pressure at all.
Okay, so my business is Plucky Online, Plucky Kindness Outfitters. And one of the first things people want to know is, what in the world does Plucky mean? And I have a private group, and I will be honest, one of my questions to get into my group is, you have to tell me what you think Plucky means. And I get such a kick out of people's guesses on what does the word Plucky mean. I mean, like, people are so creative. I would take the lazy route and just Google it. But I'm shocked at the amount of people that actually give this thought and just answer it off the top of their head. Pretty lucky is a really common one I see. Like lucky, pretty lucky. I don't know. It
like
cracks
that.
me up every time. I love it. It's entertainment to me. But plucky literally means courage in the face of difficulty.
Oh, wow.
And so my vision and my hope with Plucky is that I will help women to rise up and find the courage to truly look into themselves and find a sense of worth and belonging and love. And I really believe that when women have come to this place of acceptance, that they are so full of love that it just naturally spills out all around them. And so something that I like to say is, throw kindness around like stinking confetti. And I think it takes courage, it takes pluck to get to a place of putting yourself out there, whether it's dropping off a cup of coffee or sending a card or taking an empty seat next to someone that you would kind of like to get to know. And so Plucky exists literally to inspire women to love themselves courageously and then to turn around and let that love spill out on all the women in their life.
That is so awesome. Like, I love
So,
it. Go ahead.
so then how does that work business-wise? So obviously socially, hanging out on Facebook and Instagram, on my email list, I like to give ideas, practical ideas for loving yourself and then, throwing kindness around like stinking confetti. But then I also have a line of products that I really picture women using as a tool to communicate that love to others. So a really soft blanket that says, I am enough, both speaks to her, but can be gifted. Tumblers that say, love anyway. Because like you said, life is hard. It's challenging to navigate. Choose love. Bracelets that have affirmations on them that we can easily send directly to a girlfriend that says, hey, you're not alone. I'm thinking of you.
That is so awesome. That's
I
so
love it.
awesome. It is. Oh, no, I love it. I remember when I first heard your platform, I was like, oh, that is so in line with my life. Like, I feel like if I could just serve all the time, I would love it. Obviously that financially does not work, because I have a family to take care of, right? So, I don't know. I just think I love it. I love your mission. So I'm gonna actually pull out one of the products real quick. Sorry, I'm gonna clear my throat. So anyways, okay, so this is one of the products, you guys. I was able to get one of these previously when they first launched, and I gifted it, and I love reading the trackable stories. Okay, so this is it. This is, you guys, so being here and watching this today, if you just leave a comment, just a comment, that's all you have to do. If you go and tell them your website really quick.
Okay, so my website where you can find all of my products is really simple. It's just pluckyonline.com.
Cool. And then your Facebook is the same?
Also, Plucky Online.
Perfect.
Instagram, Plucky Online.
Okay.
I'm going to direct you to a special website to get a really awesome deal on the tote at the end, though. It's slightly different.
Oh, perfect. Awesome. Okay, great. So we'll go to that one in a minute. So, okay, so this is the tote, you guys. So it is a trackable tote. It has a QR code and a number. So when you gift it, when you receive it, you can write, what was in it. You can talk about your feelings, like how it made you feel. And then the idea is that you can share the kindness. So we're going to give one of these away. We're going to give away 2 of these, actually. So I would totally encourage you guys to follow Plucky online as well. And we're going to randomly stick one of these in with one of our orders, and then somebody who comments here will get one as well. So we have 2 of them to give away, but it's so perfect, you guys. It has like this, can you see this? It's like 20 ways to spread the love. And this is just ideas on what you can do to put in this bag. Like if you know a new mom that just had a baby, you can put baby stuff in there. You can put stuff for her, like pampering stuff. The first one I gave out was to my sweet friend, Mindy, who I adore completely. And she had just finished a fire pit in her backyard. And so I put a s'mores kit in hers and a chocolate cake. You guys, I hate chocolate cake, but I went to the store and I bought her a chocolate cake because she had posted in the universe that she needed chocolate cake. And so I did. And her reaction was so beautiful, and I still just treasure it. But anyway, so some ideas as to what you can do with this trackable tote. So I know we kind of jumped right into what we're giving away and why we're here, but one of the things too that I want to just kind of talk about with paying it forward in community is just learning to embrace yourself and what you can do for others. And I think it really just starts to build you up. What do you think, Lindsay?
Absolutely. I think that when I first launched Plucky, I was actually on the cusp of a really difficult season of my life. I didn't see it coming. I didn't know it was coming. And by being forced, one of the things I had done early on in my business was every single Monday I had told my followers, the Kindness Tribe, that I would show up and I would do something kind on live and they could watch. And so I had committed to that. And when you go into a dark season, like the last thing you want to do is get on live and be nice. And so by showing up every single Monday morning without fail, no matter what was going on in my life, and thinking of someone else and doing something kind for them, it set my week off on such a different and I believe healthier trajectory.
No kidding.
So I think kindness, well, sure, I wanted to love on my girlfriends and I wanted to surprise them and I wanted to let them know I appreciated them. I got so much back from getting out of.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, I just got so much back personally when I was reaching out to them.
When you did these things on Monday, what did you do? Like, did you know all the people you were serving, or did you do them surprise? Like, what are some of the things you did to overcome this?
So when I first started, I kept it really simple, and I at the time, our town only had one place that sold like drive-through coffee on a Monday morning, and it was summer, it was hot, and so a lot of my girlfriends and I, we would go and get like iced coffee, and we would bemoan that it was from McDonald's, but it was like the only place we could get iced coffee on Monday morning in our town. So I would just show up on their porch with an iced coffee. That's how I started. Like that simple.
That's
and
simple.
Sometimes they were there and they were like over the moon, and other times they were like, yeah, it's set out for 2 hours and I had to pitch it. So I had to tweak that a little bit. But over time, I've done like a whole variety of things now. Probably one of my favorite is one of my girlfriends, she has a bunch of little kids. And so I pulled my kids in and we went and we buried a bunch of treasure in their sandbox.
Oh,
And
fun.
it was like so much fun. And we put balloons and like X marks the spot. And it was just like a tote of like little trinkets and candy. And they had been having a rough day. And so when they came home and found that, it was awesome.
How simple is that?
Yep.
That
Yep.
is so, I mean, so creative and so simple. Like,
Yep.
that's,
We've dropped off Tide Pods and quarters, like in little Ziploc bags at the laundromat, just to walk in and be like, wow, this loads on someone else. We've taped dollar bills on vending machines. We have this little gumball machine in our library, and all the quarters that go into it goes to another organization that donates books to kids in the hospital.
oh,
And
cool.
so I like to go in there with washi tape and quarters and my kids and let them just like tape all these quarters on the machine. Like my kids don't need all the gumballs, right? But it's so fun for like a mom to be in there and her hands be full and be able to like have her kid get a little treat, but also know that I'm also helping purchase books for kids in the hospital.
And that's like
So,
so little, like so little.
yep.
And it changes like the whole, like, it changes the whole mood of things, right? Like,
Hmm.
just puts you in a place of good. I think, I mean, knowing a little bit about your story, your background story, some of you guys know my story. Um, I think uh, these are those days where you're like, ah. Anyways, it's those little things of service that get you through it, right? And I think this is like the perfect beginning and the perfect way to say, you guys, it's November, it's um, kindness day, but at the same time, just putting it into your daily or even weekly. Just sometimes I think we have to mentally stop and think, what have I done for somebody else today? And even if it's just a matter of like realizing I took care of my kid, I gave him a bath, or I did buy them that extra like little treat at the store. I think those things are so important, but it also, I think it does something to your soul when you can do it to someone beyond your family, right?
Hmm. Yep.
That's right.
And I think the other side of Plucky that I really became passionate about women learning to accept and love themselves, happened. The shift for me really happened. I think it was like around March of last year. And I went into a local bakery that we have, again, really tiny, tiny town. Everything here is tiny. So we have this tiny little bakery. And when I walked in, she's like, hey, someone left a cupcake here for the next person, and the next person's you.
Oh my God.
And right, so it's something so tiny and like so small. But you know what hit me was I didn't feel deserving of the cupcake. I was like, oh, like let someone else have it. Or I brought it home and I set it in my office and I was like, I'm not even gonna eat this. Like maybe I'll give it to one of my kids. And it was in that moment that it hit me that sometimes that act of giving and that act of service is easier for some people than actually allowing yourself to receive the love.
It's
And
so
so
true.
it
Yeah.
was in that moment that it hit me that I needed to do a little internal work. Here, someone was out there thinking of a complete stranger, just wanting to bless me, wanting to put a smile on my face. And I wasn't willing to accept it because I didn't really feel like I needed it or I was worth it. And it made me stop in my tracks. And it made me really start to think like, how can I help other women be built up in a way that they can both give that cupcake, but they can also with a smile on their face take it and enjoy it and
Receive it.
know that they're just
Yeah.
as worth a surprise cupcake as giving one away.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So, give me kind of an idea or tell everybody what you do on your page. Like, do you do this? Do you do weekly things like this? What kind of things do you share there?
So over on Facebook, I was doing it weekly. As the holidays have approached, I've sort of backed off doing it more like on a monthly basis. I also like to post quotes to inspire. Just when I see other people out and about doing kind things, I love to just put it out there to repost and share what others are doing. In my group is called Plucky Together. It's a little bit more intimate. And I really love this space because it's a closed group. There's just a little bit more safety there. There's a little bit more community. And so in Plucky Together, we have a theme every single month. It's typically centered around a word. And what's really exciting about from here until Christmas is our word is wonder. And so all I'm doing is I'm inviting women to go on a journey to slow down and not miss the magic of the holiday season. And so every Saturday I post an invitation to wonder. This isn't like a commitment. It's not like this big heavy, oh, I gotta do this. It's just an invitation to keep their eyes open to something. And so this week's invitation was laughter. Like, just pay attention to people's laughter and observe it, enjoy it. And so we're going on this journey of wonder and Plucky Together this month.
I think I've missed that. I'm gonna have to go I am in that group, right? I think
Check
so.
it out.
I'll have to check that out because that is so cool. I love that. And I think we are so busy in our lives that we kind of put this wall up that
Mhm.
it's so important to have those reminders and to listen to that little voice that just says, slow down,
Yep.
enjoy it. Whoa, you guys, this
And
may not be a good
I think
celebrate life.
getting in a community of women who are on the same path of like, hey, I want to love with my life.
Mhm.
Like, I want to accept who I am and stop beating myself up, but then I want to throw that out in generous ways. And so to be in a space where we can inspire one another, like, we're not on this mission alone. Let's do this together. And I think pluck grows, it multiplies in community.
I
And
love that.
that's where the name Plucky Together really comes from.
Okay, so we'll wrap this up, but will you just go over again everywhere people can find you so that they can follow your page and where they can find the deal if they want to do a bag, and then also just kind of end it with, what information can they do to find you, and then we'll kind of give the rest of the instructions.
Okay, fabulous. So if you want to win a trackable tote, I grabbed one here too. I have one handy. If you want to win a trackable tote, just be sure to comment. And you can follow along, especially the trackable tote stories on Instagram. Just Plucky Online on Instagram. Follow my stories. I have a highlight bubble there. Like, if you want to go and be inspired today, watch the highlight bubbles. Like, they're so much fun. Over on Facebook, you can just follow along on the general Plucky page. Put Plucky in your search bar or Plucky Online. It'll all pop right up. It's not a very popular word. If you want to join the closed group, I would love to have you there. Just type in Plucky Together. It is hidden, and you will have to answer the question, what does Plucky mean? But I accept anyone no matter what your guess is. So Plucky Together, you're just going to put that in your search bar. And then I wanted to offer 7 Degree followers a very special discount on your trackable tote. So if you would like to launch a trackable tote out and you want to watch your kindness spread, then you can go to trackable tote, one word, trackable tote dot pluckyonline.com, and it's just going to take you to a very special offer. That offer will be there through the weekend, so it'll expire on Monday. But the totes are usually $21.99. You can snag one for $15.99, and you'll also get a second offer to order a second tote at $11.99. So it's just a really awesome deal, and a fun way to pull your kids into the excitement and talk about the effects of kindness and how it does spread from person to person.
Exactly. That is great. Oh, well, thank you so much for taking your morning with me. And we had a little bit of technical difficulties getting started. So I'm really excited that I had the opportunity to talk with you and share your vision with 7 Degrees in our group here. So awesome. You guys, so just leave a comment. It doesn't have to be anything, but do go and follow her page. It's just something about daily affirmations or other people doing good things really help to inspire you, and to bring you out of a funk if you're in one, or to be the person to help somebody else, right? So just leave a comment and we will pick a winner for The trackable tote, we'll probably do it later in the week, so it has the opportunity to be viewed a couple times. And then there will be a trackable tote in somebody's order from 7 Degrees, just random. So you guys are, somebody's going to get it, and I hope you watch the video and you'll know exactly what it is. If not, there'll be a note in there. So
Yeah, such a fun surprise.
I love it. I love it. You guys, it's all about celebrating life, celebrating each other, and learning just how to navigate life together as a community. So again, Lindsay, thank you so much for taking the time and being with us today. And we will follow you and see all the fun goodness that's going on.
Thanks so much for inviting me, Shara.
Appreciate it.